There's a story in the Gemara where one of the sages, who was very comfortable with miracles, his daughter was lighting the Shabbos candle, and instead of putting oil into the candle, she put vinegar. The last minute, after she lit the candle, and it was now Shabbos, she realized her mistake, and she knew that the wick is going to burn out, and the fire is going to be gone in a minute. So she was very upset, and she was crying. Her father said to her, "Don't worry, don't cry. He who tells oil to burn will tell the vinegar to burn." And the vinegar burned a whole Shabbat. Well, let's try to understand a little bit the explanation. He who tells oil to burn will tell the vinegar to burn. What does that mean? One of the things that is wrong with this world, one of them, is that in this world, the truth is not always a fact. So there's reality that is a fact, and there's reality that is true, and they're not the same. That's why this is a messed up world, because you have two realities. That's crazy. There's the fact, and there's the truth. Both are real, and they're not the same thing. For example, human beings are basically good. Is that true? Yes, it's true. Is that a fact? No, it's not a fact. The fact is people are terrible. The truth is, Jews don't eat pork. Everybody knows that. Jews don't eat pork. It's true. Is it a fact? No, the fact is there are Jews who do. In Russia, under Stalin, the fact was you cannot be a Jew. You can't teach your children Aleph Bet. You can't keep Shabbat. You can't. That was the fact. What was the truth? Kept Shabbos, taught our children Aleph Bet. This is the messed up world. The miracle of Hanukkah. They needed to light the menorah for 8 days. The oil was only enough for 1 day. What's going to happen? It's only enough for 1 day is a fact. The truth is, it has to burn 8 days till they get new oil. In the conflict between the fact and the truth, the difference between them is fact is a reality that happens to be. Doesn't have to be, but it is. Truth means the reality that has to be. The Jews are on their way to Har Sinai to receive the Torah, which is why they left Egypt. But there's an ocean in the way. What happened? The ocean split, and they went to Har Sinai. So what were they witnessing? The ocean was there. It was a fact. Did it have to be there? It happened to be there. But you have to go to Har Sinai. So when the sea split, the fact surrendered to the truth. If you have to go, you have to go, so we'll get out of your way. That's what the water said. Jews have to get to Har Sinai, so we got to go. We can't stop you from the truth. Whenever we see a fact give in to the truth, we call it a miracle. After Mashiach comes, there will be no miracles. Why? Because every fact will be the truth. And every truth will be the fact. You'll never see one turning into the other, so there won't be any more miracles. So according to this definition, what is a miracle? A miracle is when the fact that happens to be wrong corrects itself and allows the truth to proceed. What is the truth? People should be healthy or people should not? The truth is God wants everybody healthy. But that's not a fact. So when the fact is that somebody is not well, and then he becomes well, a miracle. Yes, it's a miracle because Mashiach is not here yet, and already we're seeing fact turn into truth. There's another idea behind miracles. If the sun would come up on the north instead of the east, we would, we'd call it a disaster. We would call it a miracle. But when it comes up in the east, that's natural. The sun coming up at all from any direction is a miracle. God said, do this, so the sun does it. Why is it natural? What makes it natural? God said, let there be light, so there's light. That's natural. We call it natural because we got used to it. In other words, we got used to a miracle. Any miracle we get used to, we call it nature. And then a miracle we're not used to happens, we call it a miracle. But really, what's the truth? The sun coming up in the morning is not a miracle. It's a miracle we're used to. If the sun doesn't come up, we're not used to that. So that we would call a miracle. So this is what the rabbi said to his daughter. There's going to be a miracle. The vinegar is going to burn. You know why? Because when oil burns, it's also a miracle. Why does oil burn? Because God tells oil to burn. But he does it all the time, so we're used to it. Today, just for this occasion, God will tell the vinegar to burn instead of the oil. It's just the same miracle. Because there's no natural reason that oil burns. There's no natural reason that vinegar doesn't burn. So today, instead of telling the oil to burn, God is going to tell vinegar to burn. It's the same thing. Only we're not used to it. If you enjoyed this conversation or this topic, and you're looking for more information, or you want to hear it again from another angle, there's a way to do that. And that is in this book. It's all there. Order it from Amazon. You can read it, reread it, and share it.